Hello, here's a brief history of Aberdeen Market and what has been happening more recently. Aberdeen Market lies close to Aberdeen Harbour. The first covered market was designed by the architect Archibald Simpson in 1842, and the adjacent street was named Market Street. Simpson designed many buildings in Aberdeen, including a rather magnificent pub on the corner of Union Street and King Street, which was formerly a bank. However, in 1882 a fire started at the market in some willow baskets, which quickly spread and destroyed the building. The market was rebuilt and reopened in 1883. Towards the end of the 1960s, it was decided that it was time for renewal, and the decision was made to demolish the market and rebuild it, despite some opposition, notably by the poet Sir John Betjeman. It was opened in 1974 by Sir William McEwen Younger, the managing director of Scottish and Newcastle Brewers. British Home Stores opened its second largest branch in the UK the same year. Indeed, until recently I had not quite realised how close the links between BHS and the market were. Some sources even refer to the entrance on Market Street as the BHS building. When I lived in Aberdeen, we always used to refer to it as the market. The new building dispensed with the solid granite of the earlier markets, opting instead for concrete and steel. Despite some success, in the 1980s shoppers started to abandon the small independent stores in the market in favour of big high street chains. I dare say the opening of the Trinity Centre in 1984, the nearby St Nicholas Shopping Centre in 1985, and the Bon Accord Centre in 1990 didn't help. The St Nicholas and Bon Accord centres have now merged. In 1992, renovation work to the cost of £500,000 was done. In 2016, British Home Stores went into administration and all British stores closed. In 2017, as part of the New Art Festival, a huge mural was painted on the curved wall facing away from Market Street towards the Green, as it is known. The artists were a German pair known as Herakoot. In 2018, a planning application was made to modify the building, adding cladding and larger windows to the curved wall. This plan never went ahead, but a later application for demolition and rebuilding was made. Aberdeen Market closed in March 2020, and the building operators, Aberdeen Market Village, went into liquidation in June 2020. In 2021, Aberdeen City Council purchased both the market and the BHS building. Demolition started in March 2022 and was still underway in late June. The gap on the left is where the upper stories of the BHS building used to be, where it fronted onto Union Street, and on the right you can just see where Market Street is. This is what the Union Street frontage looked like on the 1st of June. You can see that it's pretty much gutted and they've almost punched all the way through to Union Street. This is the view from Market Street. It is interesting to note that this will be the first time you will be able to view the mural that lies at the far end of the green from Market Street. This was another contribution to the New Art Festival. Here's a closer view from the green. So, what next for Aberdeen Market? Well, apparently, according to Wikipedia, an announcement was made in October 2021 that the UK government would be contributing £20 million from their so-called Levelling Up Fund towards the cost of a new development, which is estimated to be £75 million. I found this picture of the proposed development on Aberdeen City Council's website. It appears to have been taken using a virtual camera with a very poor virtual lens that suffers badly from virtual vignetting, hence the virtual dark corners. According to page 11 of the 6th of November 1974 issue of Aberdeen's Press and Journal newspaper, the market they just knocked down cost a mere £2.75 million, making the replacement market more than 27 times the price. Even allowing for inflation, £2.75 million 1974 is only worth 26.66 million today, making the 75 million about 2.81 times what was spent in 1974. So it had better be good, really good.